Gabon and Nagaland. Two places rarely compared, 2 million people each. People in Gabon are proud of their ancient shared ancestry, their music, masks, stories, and strong community life. People in Nagaland trace back to ancient cultures, are proud of their customs, land, and community life. One is an oil-rich Central African nation. The other, a small mountainous state in northeast India. Yet between 2015 and 2025, one of them transformed faster than almost anyone. This is the story of Gabon and Nagaland, and how development is shaped not by resources alone. Gabon, a middle-income country in Central Africa, with a population of 2.6 million and one of the highest GDP per capita in the region. Nagaland, with a similar population in northeast India, landlocked, remote, and historically affected by insurgency. On paper, Gabon should be far ahead. But development is never just about what you have, it's about what you do with it. In the 1970s, Gabon struck oil. GDP skyrocketed and income surged from 300 million to 4 billion in a decade. But the economy became dependent on a single commodity. Nagaland, meanwhile, was building basic institutions after becoming a state in 1963. Rocked by violence and intimidation, its growth was slow. However, social indicators, literacy, community institutions, and social cohesion steadily strengthened. Gabon modernized its cities and forayed into mining. Nagaland improved road connectivity, expanded education, and saw early tourism growth. But neither region experienced deep structural change. Then came the turning point. If you find the video interesting, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Oil prices crashed in 2014, exposing Gabon's vulnerability. Nagaland, meanwhile, resolved decades of insurgency through peaceful negotiations in 2015. The governance gap widened. Gabon struggled with corruption and elite capture, while Nagaland moved toward greater stability and institutional strength. Between 2015 and 2025, Nagaland transformed. Nagaland expanded digital connectivity, improved governance, and strengthened rule of law. Organic agriculture expanded rapidly, with products like Naga chili, pineapple, and coffee reaching national markets. Tourism doubled, driven by cultural festivals and improved connectivity. Digital startups supported producers with markets. Roads improved dramatically, reducing travel times and opening new economic corridors. And most importantly, political stability and stronger rule of law created an environment where entrepreneurship could flourish. Gabon, meanwhile, remained heavily dependent on oil. Agriculture stayed underdeveloped. Manufacturing remained small. Tourism barely grew. Corruption and weak governance slowed diversification. Political crises in 2016 and again in 2023 further weakened institutions. Despite its wealth, Gabon struggled to convert resources into broad-based development. While Nagaland saw rising stability, digital adoption, and export growth, Gabon faced governance challenges, economic stagnation, and political uncertainty. This results in divergent GDP growth rates. While both are affected by COVID, Nagaland grows much faster while Gabon stagnates and dips. Per capita growth rates also diverge. Nagaland grows much faster while Gabon stagnates. At this rate, Nagaland will overtake within 7 to 8 years. Similarly, while infant mortality rates have decreased gradually in Gabon, from 59 in 2000 to 29 in 2021, it has sharply reduced in Nagaland from 51 to 7. By 2025, the contrast was unmistakable. Nagaland had diversified from the bottom up. Gabon remained dependent from the top down. The difference wasn't geography. It wasn't resources. It wasn't population. It was governance. Gabon's institutions were weakened by decades of one-party rule, limited sovereignty in practice, and continued influence from its former colonial power. These structural constraints made diversification difficult. Nagaland, by contrast, operated within India's democratic ethos, protected by constitutional guarantees, strong electoral institutions, and people-centric policies. Nagaland's decade shows the power of democratic institutions, community participation, and safety under Indian sovereignty. Gabon's story shows the limits of resource dependence when sovereignty is weak and institutions are fragile. Gabon can quickly navigate the complex geopolitics, leverage strengths, change course to bring prosperity for all. Similarly, peaceful development needs to continue for Nagaland within the current framework.